Nigeria, maritime transport plays a vital role as a veritable tool of economic growth. This is simply because it facilitates the most important component of the value chain of Nigeria's export and import of all resources. You're welcome to another interesting and fully packaged episode of Nimasa this week. I remain your anchor, Moyoluwa Olutayo. Welcome on board.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
On August 20, 2023, a new chapter was written in Nigeria's maritime history. On that day, the federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, created the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, a bold and visionary step to unlock the nation's vast maritime potential as an engine of growth, job creation, and sustainable development. At the helm of this brand new ministry was appointed a man widely respected for his quiet efficiency, policy discipline, and unwavering integrity, His Excellency Adegboyega Isiaka Oyetola CON. 2 years on, the ministry is not just marking an anniversary, it has become a shining case study of what leadership, strategic focus, and political will can deliver in record time. From restoring order at Nigeria's busiest ports, to unlocking long-dormant funds for indigenous ship owners, from pioneering investments in human capital to driving continental initiatives in maritime finance, the results speak for themselves. Tonight, we take you through that remarkable journey in this special documentary on the second anniversary of the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy under the leadership of His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola.
The Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy emerged as one of the visionary creations of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in May 2023, reflecting a renewed national focus on harnessing the vast potential of Nigeria's aquatic wealth. At the helm of this pioneering ministry stands His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, a distinguished statesman, astute administrator, and accomplished figure from the private sector. Formerly the governor of Osun State, he now bears the noble responsibility of steering this fledgling ministry, tasked with charting a bold and transformative course for Nigeria's maritime future. The ministry is statutorily entrusted with the vital mandate of ensuring Nigeria's vast marine resources are harnessed in a sustainable manner, serving as a cornerstone for diversifying the nation's predominantly oil-dependent economy. The ministry is concurrently expected to initiate policies designed to stimulate the maritime industry, ensure maritime safety, and promote economic growth through the blue economy. The ministry executes its mandate and supervisory functions through a network of specialized agencies.
Our job is to ensure that we provide leadership, we do monitoring, and ensure that things are done in line with the mandate given to us.
It goes without saying that the vast, largely untapped potential of Nigeria's marine and blue economy holds the key to diversifying the nation's economy.
Nigerian marine and blue economy represent an untapped gold mine of opportunities. It encompasses a vast spectrum of activities from maritime shipping and fisheries to renewable energy and coastal tourism. With an expansive coastline of 853 kilometers and a maritime area of over 46,000 square kilometers, our nation is strategically positioned to leverage these resources for sustainable economic growth. The marine economy holds immense potential to contribute significantly to our GDP, create thousands of jobs, and drive regional and global trade.
Assuming his duties with a clear vision for Nigeria's maritime future, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola prioritized immediate structured actions. He understood that sustainably harnessing the nation's immense marine resources required a robust framework, making the development of a national marine and blue economy policy an urgent priority.
The national policy on marine and blue economy reflects the input of a wide range of stakeholders, including industry experts, academia, civil society, and our international partners. It provides a holistic and integrated framework for achieving sustainable economic diversification through marine-based industries.
The most pressing challenges immediately addressed by the Honorable Minister, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, upon assuming office was the notorious Apapa gridlock and berthing turnaround time. This impediment, a persistent blight on Nigeria's economic gateway for over 2 decades, had defied numerous attempts by successive administrations. Its devastating impact severely hampered trade facilitation through the nation's busiest ports, Apapa and Tinkan ports. Oyetola, demonstrating remarkable commitment and strategic execution, delivered on this promise within just 6 months of his tenure.
The Ministry, in collaboration with Lagos State Government, cleared the 8-long Apapa Tinkan Matu traffic for land-side operations and provided tugboats, mooring boats, pilot cutters, bollards, and fenders across all port locations for effective transmitter time for vessels and trucks. This led to a reduction in both the vessel and truck time turnaround times. The vessel turnaround time went down from an average of 7 days to about 5 days now, while truck time around time went from an average of 10 days to a few hours. But we are not resting on our hours, as our ultimate goal is to make Nigeria the hub of maritime in West Africa.
A critical objective pursued by the Honorable Minister involved significantly improving revenue streams flowing to the federal government. Demonstrating considerable success in this area, the ministry and its affiliated agencies reported exceptional financial performance between January and November 2024, generating a total revenue of over 1,390,548,000 naira. An outstanding year-on-year growth of 98% when compared to the same 11-month period in 2023. Such robust financial expansion underscores the increasing viability and investment attractiveness of Nigeria's marine and blue economy sector.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
APM Terminals' recent $500 million investment pledge to expand its operations in Nigeria not only highlights the Honorable Minister's successful leadership in the country's blooming marine and blue economy, but also reflects strong investor confidence in the sector. directly aligning with the transformative goals of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. The Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy achieved a pivotal milestone by securing the approval of the Federal Executive Council for the comprehensive modernization contract of the Apapa and Tinkan ports in Lagos. This project, slated for completion within 48 months, aims to significantly increase terminal capacity, implement advanced automation and scanners to eliminate physical cargo examinations, accelerate cargo clearance time, and reduce business costs. Key updates, most notable being dredging to deepen port drafts to 16 to 17 meters, thereby enabling larger vessels to berth and consequently reversing revenue ceded to neighboring countries while also boosting Nigeria's maritime competitiveness. The initiative is projected to create over 20,000 direct and indirect jobs. Additionally, the ministry has commenced the procurement process for modernizing key eastern ports, indicating a nationwide commitment to maritime infrastructure development. To address the pressing problem of boat accidents and fatalities on Nigeria's inland waterways, the minister has initiated a multi-phased approach, beginning with a landmark Phase 1 distribution of 42,000 life jackets. This initial stage targets 12 riverine states with a goal of significantly improving safety on our waterways. Recognizing the imperative for enhanced trade facilitation, the Honorable Minister has actively forged strategic collaborations with relevant counterpart ministries and agencies to champion the implementation of the National Single Window NSW project. This crucial interministerial cooperation has successfully established a definitive timeline for the deployment of the NSW, a transformative digital platform designed to revolutionize clearance processes at ports, improve economic metrics, increase transparency, and reduce trade costs.
To further enhance trade facilitation, the government is implementing the National Single Window project. This digital platform will streamline trade compliance processes, link ports with relevant government agencies and stakeholders, and create a seamless, efficient system. To complement the NSW, the Ministry and NPA are finalizing the port community system, an electronic platform to centralize and automate processes among stakeholders in port services. His Excellency, Mr. President, has provided the political will and support for the takeoff of the project, which holds the capacity to reduce cargo dwell time at the Nigerian seaport. The port community system will serve as a one-stop shop for all stakeholders in the port system. It is part of the digitalization of port processes and operations.
Nigeria has achieved a sustained absence of piracy and maritime terrorism in its waters and the Gulf of Guinea since the Honorable Minister assumed office, a landmark achievement in maritime security that has earned international recognition. Also, during a recent visit to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Nimasa, a delegation of the United States Coast Guard commended Nigeria's enhanced port security measures and diligent compliance with the International Ship and Port Facility Security ISPS Code, acknowledging these efforts as crucial contributors to the improved regional security climate.
To our visit, we had the pleasure of visiting Matrix and Julius Berger in Warri, and then continuing on to Lekki Deep Sea Port, Lekki Terminal, and Dangote Terminal. And I'm very pleased to report that our findings were quite positive. We are seeing evidence of a strong and deep understanding of the ISPS code and the implementation of the ISPS code. We are taking back several notes for best practices, and I wanted to include that the ISPS teams quarterly visits of the facilities is above and beyond almost anything we see anywhere in the world.
This endorsement is expected to increase the confidence among international shipping lines and investors in Nigeria's maritime sector and further strengthen Nigeria's bid for Category C seat on the International Maritime Organization November and December this year.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
As a strategic initiative aimed at significantly enhancing trade facilitation and extending port services closer to hinterland commercial centers, the Honorable Minister is spearheading the development of a nationwide network of inland dry ports. This undertaking involves close collaboration with key public and private sector stakeholders. Tangible progress includes the recent commissioning of the Fontua Inland Dry Port, completing the already operational IDPs in Kano and Kaduna, which actively support regional trade flows. The goal is to create key hubs for efficient cargo handling, customs clearance, and logistics, aiming to decongest coastal ports, lower transit costs and time. The commendable decision by the federal government to transfer the Federal Department of Fisheries and Aquaculture and its affiliated agencies from Ministry of Agriculture to Marine and Blue Economy is critical to the minister's vision to grow Nigeria's blue economy.
When I talk of strategic document, it has to do with history, and aquaculture that is being put together by AUIBA and Kingdom of Norway. They prepare a document that will assist us in setting up our fishery to be on a sustainable basis. We had a tour of Morocco some months back, and it's amazing if you see what they're making out of fishery in that region. So we're looking at opportunity to have a document that will help to our best to harness the resources, particularly fishery, on a strategic basis. Right now, it's all commerce affair. Nothing is being regulated. In our country, there are times you don't even fish. There are periods you don't fish. In Nigeria, it's 24/7. So we need to have a kind of regulation that will ensure that we're able to sustain the issue of fishery, for the future.
Furthering this vision, the minister recently collaborated with a water resources counterpart to replicate the successful Oyan dam cage culture model across impounded waters nationwide. Already, data shows a gradual increase in national fish output. In a milestone for the fishery and aquaculture subsector, Nigeria has achieved 100% compliance in the U.S. Department of State's 2024 Total Excluder Device recertification. This result preserves Nigeria's ability to export shrimp and other fish products to the USA, EU, and other international markets.
After completing 2 days of meticulous observation of the inspections of the turtle excluder devices on board the commercial shrimp trawler here in Nigeria, and I'm very pleased to report that what we observed was 100%.
The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council recognized the ministry and its agencies as exceptional performers during the 120-day regulatory reform accelerator in 2024, commending their significant forward strides. This outstanding performance was duly acknowledged, positioning the ministry as the best performing ministry.
Best performing ministry is the Ministry of Maritime and Blue Economy. The Honorable Minister he convened a meeting with all the agency heads, and he says, no, this cannot be. We have to finish TOPS, and they made it happen.
Correspondingly, the Central Results Coordinating Delivery Unit assessed the ministry's performance and ranked it among the top 4 performing ministries in Nigeria. With strategic vision, bold reforms, and growing recognition, Nigeria's marine and blue economy is fast becoming the anchor of national diversification and a rising force on the maritime map of West Africa.
The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to rehabilitating the Baro River port in Niger State, with plans to transform it into a strategic gateway into the country through major investments in dredging as well as road and rail infrastructure. Appearing before the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Stakeholders' Engagement on the challenges and prospects of the Baro River port, the minister urged greater private sector investment in the project. Oyetola underscored the port's strategic location, noting its potential to serve as a hub, feeding other inland ports such as Onitsha, Lokoja, and Warri, and to significantly boost Nigeria's trade competitiveness under the African Continental Free Trade Area.
The Baro port remains promising. Its location positions it perfectly to integrate with agricultural value chain, serve as a feeder to Nimasa, Lokoja, and Warri ports, and bolster Nigerian trade competitiveness under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework. Let me assure this honorable committee that our ministry, the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, remains unwavering in its determination to transform the Baro River port from a dormant facility to thriving inland gateway. We are working closely with relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, including the Federal Ministry of Works and Transportation, to achieve a holistic and fully integrated operational framework. Let me emphasize that for the port to operate effectively, it is necessary to 1. Improve river navigability through capital and continuous maintenance dredging, develop rail and road links for seamless connectivity, attract reputable private sector operators through concession arrangements and public-private partnership, and implement transparent and efficient governance system for its operation.
Also present was the Minister of Transportation, Saidu Ahmed Alkali, who revealed plans to link Baro to the national transport network via rail. He appealed to lawmakers for improved budgetary allocations, describing funding as a major challenge. The chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee, Right Honorable Saidu Musa Abdullahi, clarified that the committee's role is not investigative but facilitative, focused on ensuring the port becomes operational. He announced plans for a national stakeholders forum to build consensus and mobilize political, technical, and financial backing.
As I stated, our mandate is to be able to convene a national stakeholder engagement, but before we get to that, we feel it necessary to hold these interactive stations so that by the time we're going out there, we'll be well informed, we'll have information that we'll present to the world, and expecting to get feedback, to get input also from the outside world, so that we'll be able to put what we have here together with what we're likely going to get from the public, and we'll have a document that will present before the executive that will bring about the operationalization of the port.
Baro, a key terminal on the River Niger, was a major feeder to international ports in the 1960s and 1970s, underscoring its major potential for revitalization and economic growth.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
That's all we have for you on today's episode of Nimasa This Week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles as displayed on the screen. You can also contact us via our website www.nimasa.gov.ng. We would love to hear from you. Until we meet again on the same platform, same time next week, bon voyage.